And there is everybody. Hello, everybody. I got to go get my other glasses. Let me walk to the other side of the house here. Had almost everything set up except my glasses. And I got to see. What's that, Care? What's that?
Remember how to go live?
Yeah, I remember how to go live. It's been a while. Been a minute, that's for sure. Carrie's joking with me. You remember how to go live? Yeah, I just push the button. All is good. Let's see what we got going on here. We got Larry in the house. Hello, Larry. Good to see you. Hello, Cindy. Hope you're doing well. Joe, I know Texas is gorgeous today. Hope you're doing well. And Connie's in the house. Hello, Connie. Welcome back. Good to see you tonight. Let's see who's going to be up first on the hit parade. Looks like somebody named Amber. Sorry, everybody, for being late. I was down in Mustang, Oklahoma, helping a client. And had to rush back. Took about 10 extra minutes more than I thought. Okay, this one is going to be 4 inches long. We're going to get some pointy baseball bat. This is going to be a flipper if I've ever seen one. 4 inches. Let me get that measured. You guys hang out there, talk amongst yourselves while I get this trimmed down a little bit here. Let's see. Here we go. All right, that is now 4 inches long. Let's do a little bit of drilling here. So I bought some new blades this week for my knives. And man, are they sharp. I actually had to take a sacrificial blank and play on it for a little bit till I could get it broken in. It literally can be too sharp, if you could imagine that. If you could imagine that. I just knocked my trash can over. Let's pick that back up. There we go. Tuck it underneath the table where it goes. This is a very pretty blank. Sort of green, pea green, white. I'm sure I got that color wrong, but we'll find out here. All right. So we are back now. Boy, I tell you, last weekend so Carrie goes over to see the grandkids. Everybody knows I had the kidney stones, but what a lousy weekend for anything. They were gone. Just me and Kevin. No, Kevin went with them. Just me here by myself. And it sucked. It really sucked. Had to take myself to the doctor and back. Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Hello, Christina 406 Diamonds. Good, welcome in. Let's see, Sandy's here. Okay, that's good. We got a bunch here. That's good. And, I had those kidney stones, and whew, those are no fun, baby. No fun. All right, let's get this rounded. The blower is on. This one's still very sharp and not broken in. Got to keep my mouth shut when I'm using this one because it flicks it up at my face. Oh. Yeah, you don't realize how dull something gets because you're used to using it. And then as you're moving it along, and then you get a sharp, sharp blade, it's like, oh my goodness, this is too easy. You've been fighting yourself the whole time. Larry knows how that goes with a scroll saw blade. Sharp is better. Okay, that literally, that is so sharp. This thing is almost finished. It feels so smooth. All right, let me get this fired up on my pad over here, now that I'm over here. Yeah, I've been working since 6:30 this morning, so I've been going and going and going and going. Took Kevin to his interview, which seems to have gone well. And I dropped him off, went and met my client. Let's go here. This way I can see the chat. There we go. Oh, Kevin's in there. I don't think Will is here. Haven't seen Will yet. Oh, Diamonds Around the World. There he is. Will is here. Yeah, Kevin spoke too soon. All right. Let's turn this baby up again. Turn the speed down a little bit. And this little thing here, this is about the one I was having problems with, this little sharp one here. Okay, we're going to do pointy baseball bat and 0.48 inches. So that's going to be a very small grip. All right, pointy baseball bat. So we got to start the baseball bat back about here. And you'll notice I'll go very slow tonight because this thing is so sharp. Oh my goodness. It is scary sharp. It'll probably take me a day or two to get it broke in. Even though I've already done a few pens with it, it's still just massively sharp. All right, so there's our baseball bat there. Let's get our 0.48 dug out. I find when it's this sharp, it's better to go a lot faster on the lathe than slower. Joe, this is sort of getting down into your range of pens at 0.48. Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm concentrating like mad to make sure I don't go too deep on this and scar it and me for life. Whew, that's nice. Let's see. Carrie is in there chatting away. Good deal. I'm looking for new folks. Looks like we got everybody. Excellent. My goodness, this thing is so sharp. Oh. I don't think we're quite at 0.48 yet, but I'm going to test it, just see where we're at. We're at about a 0.52, so we're getting down there. All right, that looks very nice right there. Let's come back in about right here. Again, super sharp. I'm barely even touching this thing to that that blank, and it's just like peeling it right off. Woo. Man, I'm all tensed up here. Hello, Sarah. How are you today? Hope all is well with you in Colorado, and I hope it's a gorgeous day. Of course, it's almost over. Well, I tell you, I like sharp blades. I'm just not used to them. So, a funny thing happened on the way to the television set. Rebecca of Crafting and Crime Daily, a proud sponsor in the Mrs. Butter D event, was talking about this television show, Handmaid's Tale. And it came out a long time ago, talking 2018, I think, 17 or something like that. And I had never seen it. So late last night, I watched a couple of episodes before I went to bed. And I say it's really crazy, I'll tell you. Can't wait to see where the story takes us. What's really funny, though, is Margaret Atwood. Joe, that's probably your long lost cousin. Go ahead and get some money from her. You got my permission. Wrote it back in the 80s. I think 85 is when it was released as a book. It took them a long time to make that up. And they have modernized a little bit. They mentioned Uber and Tinder and all that kind of stuff. But pretty cool premise for a story. I'm telling you, Joe, this is a flipper that you would be proud of. So I'm on I finished episode 3. Okay, 0.48 on that one and 0.49 on that one. Very close, very close. I don't know if I'm going slower or faster because this thing is sharp. I feel like I'm going slower, but I may actually be going faster. Who knows? Okay, artist choice in the middle. And sadly, there's not a whole lot of room in here, but I want to do something really cool. Let me get a little line drawn in here. Let's find the middle of this 4 inches there. There's 1. 3 is going to be right in the middle. Get it going up there pretty fast. Ah, very nice, Carrie. Very nice. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm grabbing this one right here. I swear that just doesn't look like it's in the middle to me, even though I just measured it. Yep, perfectly in the middle. Yeah, crazy how that doesn't look in the middle. Right. All righty then. There we go. Got to thin this up a little bit right in here. Got to give room for a finger to be in there. Ah, very nice. All right, that one is done. Let's just get her finished up. Blow her off. Speed back on. Going to slow that down just a hair. Let's break out the diaper. I got to get that towel turned around. It keeps opening up on me. All righty. So, 2 weekends ago, no, last weekend, we were in Michigan. We talked about that on Thursday, I think. Had a really good time. Met a lot of nice people. Re-met some nice people. And it was a very nice event. Then the Testaments will be out, which takes the story 15 years after the end of the first book. Yeah. That may be a GLE book, Carrie. Maybe we'll listen to that. Maybe I'll get enough done before we go to GLE. I'll be up to snuff on the story. What do you think? Of course, we yak so much and listen to stupid stuff and have such a good time in the car. We didn't really listen to much books on the way up this time. It's funny. That trip went fast, Carrie. Went really fast. 16-hour trip one way, 16-hour back, and man, I'm telling you, it just seemed like it just flew right by. No relation. You know, I think I watched it with Carrie. I watched the first couple of episodes back in whenever it came out, and she was watching it. And I thought, this is really weird. But now I've got a flavor for what they're trying to do, and it'll be interesting to watch them play it out. What's funny is this book that Margaret Atwood wrote was only 311 pages long. Now I'm thinking, where do they get 6 seasons to broadcast when you only got a 311 page book? Wedding Memories by Randall Spangler. Awesome. Ooh, that feels good. Trick or Treat House by Spangler. Oh, nice. Good job, Cindy. And Connie's working on Princess Mononoke by JoJo's Art. Last section. Ooh, almost done, right, Connie? Nice. I don't know if at that part of you're finishing up, it's like, let's hurry up and get this done so I can start on the next one, or wow, I'm almost done. Let's check it out and savor it for a while. Which is it, Connie? Excited for the next one, or just want to admire the one you're doing? Yeah, this trip is 2 hours shorter. I don't think we're going to do it in one day, though. Ooh, nice and smooth. Next one. She's geared up, like, hurry up and let's get this one done. Let's get on to the next one. I love it. Thinking about the next one. What's next, Connie? What do you got lined up? Crumble cookies on the way because I'm having a cookie craving. Oh my goodness. Crumble cookies are fantastic. A lot of them are. Some of their flavors I'm not a fan of, but man alive, you can't eat one of those cookies yourself. Jeez, they are so rich. I know we bought a box of 6 one time. They have like a 6 special or whatever. And I think it took us 4 or 5 days to finish 6 cookies. They're just that packed, that whatever the right word is. Either stained glass or Winterborn Witch. Nice. Very nice. I know I've heard of Winterborn Witch. I bet you $50. Carrie even showed it to me, but I cannot remember out of my head what that is. And I used to do real stained glass 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Had a good time with it. I even got into the glass fusing, where you melt glass together.
And it revealed a new set from Disney, Lego set.
I'm busy, Kevin. Got fast-moving things right here. Have to wait till I'm done to check them out. I don't want to lose any fingers here. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep all my fingers right there. Well, I don't turn with my toes. Nope, I don't. All right. Let's check this one out here. There you go, Joe. That is a perfect Joe pen right there. But this belongs to someone else. Very pretty. Nice looking pen. Came out good. I like it. Nice little flipper. That's how little that is. Nice little flipper. They call these are pointy baseball bats. We just take the baseball bat and move it back a little bit and put a little pointy end on the end of it there. That is somebody named Amber. I don't know if I'm privy to give out the last name, but that is Amber's pen. Kevin's going to get to buffing here soon.
I will tomorrow.
Yeah. Get these pens out the door. Pretty good. All right, there's that one. That's one down already. Very nice. That was a blanks by DPP. Oh, cool. It's the light from Pixar. The lamp. The lamp. Okay, next, Katie is up. Let's see. Katie's are going to be, oh, these are chunky ones. Let's see, all 5 1/4. I think these are 5 1/4. Yep, they are. This one's a little shorter. It's not quite 5 inches, but we can't make it 5 1/4. These are all 5 1/4 baseball bat, 0.66 for the fat gold glitter one. We'll do that one first, and then 0.62 for the other. So let's do that. Baseball bat, 0.66. Let me get some drilling going on here. We're going to be working on a tray this weekend, doing some experiments in preparation to do Cindy's tray. Cindy's got a pretty cool idea for the big square tray, and I can't wait to see the test subject come out to see how it's going to go. It should be fantastic. But Cindy did something interesting. She sent in a bunch of drills, and of course, you get essentially a free $20 item. But if you want more than that, then you can have something else. We'll just take $20 off it for all the drills you send in. And she had bagged up a couple of colors that she liked, I guess, put them in separate Ziploc bags. And then she says, I want this done with these drills here. And I'm thinking, oh, that'll be cool. So we're going to experiment a little bit tomorrow. I might even have the confidence just to do her tray. That'll be pretty cool. The other stuff she wants, like little animals and stuff, those are pretty easy. I think I got that down pretty good. But the tray will be a really fun item. I thought about doing something like she requested, but I never had it finalized in my head, and Cindy has now helped me finalize that idea. So good job, Cindy. Good job. All right, so we're going to go for the first one first. It's going to be a 0.66. This is a blank by DPP. This one's a little bit longer. Got to back that guy off there. Let me blow some stuff off of here. All right, that makes the thing move better on the metal down here. Let's raise this up a little bit here. Beautiful. Let's see. Connie says peridot. Oh, that's a color, isn't it? Peridot, peridot, however you say that. Thank you, Larry. I beat you, Connie, says Kevin. Connie and Kevin racing down the street. Yeah, Carrie's going to work. She's we're not doing yours this weekend. We're going to experiment, although I'm pretty excited to get yours going. So I'm going to experiment on a little one just to see how it goes. That way I know, because essentially Cindy wants this particular resin, not anything crazy, but then she wants me to pour the resin in rows or areas or whatever of color. I'm thinking sort of Van Gogh type of thing. And I want to see how they flow when they're not part of the resin but poured in. That's really what I'm experimenting, Cindy. Yeah, we. I don't know. I have a camera over there. I have to move a camera over there and see. Might be nothing exciting, and it might be something exciting. It's going to look great when we're done. I just don't know exactly what the drills will do as we put them in. I'm just going to sit and watch them. I'll give myself time because I don't need to wait for the resin to cure because it's not going to go in the pot. So that'll be pretty cool. All right, blower is on. We're going to get a 0.66 out of this guy here. And I think these are a little over an inch thick, so we got a little bit to go. We're going to get probably a pretty nice what do you call it? I'm losing my brain already. Pretty nice baseball bat on the end here. Now let's see what we're getting to here. Probably still way too fat. Yeah, it's at about a 0.84 there. So this thing starts off as literally a 1-inch blank. So that really gives you a lot of playroom when you want a thick grip. I tell you, in the next couple of weeks, what I'm really excited for is Memorial Day weekend, because that gives me a whole extra day of turning. That's down to about a 0.75. That means I can turn Saturday, Sunday, and Monday all day.
This is Carrie. Yes, Tim, I have a mic.
Uh-oh, Carrie's here. Everybody behave now.
Yay. And then after this set of pens, I believe, Connie, you're up next. So if we don't get you tonight, we'll definitely get you tomorrow. So, but anyway, yeah, Cindy, I will get to you. I didn't forget you. I have all your stuff. I just have a couple other invoices, from being gone for the weekend that Tim had kidney stones, and then most of last week getting ready for the retreat, at the retreat. So I got some shipments in. Here. So you're in line. So I'll get to you as soon as I can.
0.70.
That's the pretty one. That's the one we have.
Yeah, this is the one that I asked to have a little less gold leaf in it so I could see further into it. But she did a great job. 0.70. I'm such a chicken to take this stuff
All
off.
DPPs. Yes, these are all DPP blanks you have coming up.
Yes, these are all DPP. I'm afraid with this super sharp knife to go a little too aggressive. In a couple of days, it'll be worn in and broken in, and then I'll be a little more aggressive. See how we're getting down there? We're down to about a 0.67. Perfect. Now we'll start fashioning up the baseball.
Let me see, Connie. How many do I have for you? I have 3 for Connie. So that's nice. Hey, Cindy, could you send all that information to the email and not in Messenger? Because I will not see it there. I'll look at it, and that's not where I refer to orders at. If you could, that will be a little bit better. So Tim and I can both see it. So whatever you just typed, retype it in an email, please. Because Tim may ask me, Cindy, what you want, and I may not interpret it right. So if you could write it for him, so like you were doing. I don't want to not do something you don't like for this tray. So it's a little bit different. So be sure to communicate in the Leopards email for these type of things. The only thing I use the Facebook is to say you have an invoice, and also that your pens or anything is being done. Other than that, everything is done through Leopards email. Just for everyone new and everyone out there, sending it to the Leopard email. That way, Tim and I both see it, and there's no confusion
Should be down
on
around
your questions or anything like that.
There,
So
let's see, 0.73.
it just makes it easier. Because he'll ask me, I'll try to explain it, and he goes, "What's that mean? I don't have that." So we just want to be on the same page, and that's the way we communicate. So if I'm not here or he's not here, both of us see it.
.67. I love it. Perfect. Now we'll do the outside of the baseball bat here. I literally am barely touching that blade against that thing. It is so sharp. Okay, we got to do a little artist choice in the middle here. Let's see. What are we going to do here? That's a gorgeous looking blank. What are we going to do here? Let's, I really want to see a lot of that. I think I'm going to do, let's see. I think I want to do a single pane window because I want to see all that gold in there. There's the center. And if we come out about, let's go, let's see how 3/4 looks. Yep, that should look pretty good. What we're going to do for the single pane window is cut in over here, just outside this line. Same thing over here, just outside the line. Here we go. Make our end pieces first. What I like about this one is it's going to glow or going to shine like money. That gold in there. All right, that should be big, bold, and beautiful there. Get it shaped super nice. Very nice. Blow her off. Turn that speed down a little bit. Let's see. Get the diaper out. Let's see. What am I missing in the chat? Cindy said, okay. Not missing anything. Excellent.
That's just for me to send what she wants for her trade. It sends to the email, not text.
Yep.
So it just makes it so you can see it and I can see it.
Yep. Yeah, well, she already asked for that, so we just got to send her the invoice. That's all.
Well, now she was giving me details of what she was looking for.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Details in the email. That way we don't lose them.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Details in the email because and again, I think it was a while ago we found out we were having communications all over the place. And I told Carrie, I said, I swear I've seen that somewhere, but I can't remember where it was typed. And sometimes it was in the messages of a live. Sometimes it was in Messenger. Sometimes it was in Discord. Oh my goodness, it was just all over the place. So I'm thinking, okay, let's get us relegated to one communication vehicle so we don't get lost.
Yeah, sometimes it was just to you or just to me, and it was.
Well, it was just all over the place.
Neither one of us knew.
It was in
the other one was talking.
Discord or it was in Messenger. I even got some on WhatsApp. I'm like, okay. So we need to get it all down. So that's why we went just to the email. That way we can always look it up.
Yeah, the only thing I use the Messenger for is just to.
Yeah, we'll use Messenger to poke people now and again. Say, hey, go check your email.
Yeah, and that's it. You
Or
have
somebody will ask something and I'll go, oh, good. Please put that in the email because that way I'll remember it.
Or especially for a new customer who doesn't know kind of how we work, or I need their email. Sometimes we'll message them, can I have your email?
Yeah, everybody has to be brought into the email world somewhere.
It's just easier that way because a lot of casters invoice you in and via email and PayPal. So it's just easier to do it that way. And that way we can explain more. And
the easy part of it is it's easy for us to find the information. That's the easy part of it. I mean, anybody can send a messenger or an email or whatever. That's not the hard part. The hard part's relocating the information. So we made it easy on ourselves. And it has been easier, I'll tell you. And hopefully nobody thinks I'm being mean by saying, hey, use the email. But my memory isn't what it used to be 50 years ago. So email helps. And
yeah,
I'm
because
not
sometimes
sure I
I
would
would
put all
get
those details in my head. Like relegate them off the email.
Yeah, so Tim would say, put it in a group thing and then put it over here. And it was confusing. Or I would try and explain what you guys are telling me.
Yeah.
And
so we just do the email.
So that way he sees, he can read it himself and understand what you want or your question.
Ooh, that feels smooth.
Because I am always at a doctor appointment for something.
So Cindy, how's the weather in Kingman, Arizona today? Is it getting hot? Or you still got fall weather there? I mean, spring weather there. I think I'm going to have to take this one to the Leopard scope. It's going to be that brilliant. My text is not moving. I wonder if somebody is texting. Let me kill this. Let me kill that thing there. Let me refresh there. Where did I go? There it is. All right. Oh, there we go. Yep. Joe said gorgeous. That was it. That was the last one. Okay, so we're probably up to date. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. Yes, we may. I probably won't get to it tonight. I'm slow. I started late and I'm not going as fast as I want.
We got new tools.
We got new blades on our tools, says Carrie. And yes, we did. I mean, those little tiny rings, those little round things on the end, they're $20 a piece. But they last. I mean, I made them last like 500 pens, but I think I'm probably going to cut it off around 250 pens because I like the ease of the sharp ones. I'm just not used to that sharp. It rained for 2 days, but never got cold. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I love a good warm rain. We get that in Oklahoma now and again in the summertime. It's 80 degrees and it rains. It's still 80 degrees.
And anybody, just a little note, if anybody was in the Be a Little Artsy and wanted the exclusive putty that Patsy Putty made, these are the last chance to get them is tonight. Because after it's getting toward the end of the event and she only has a couple left, and so you won't get the discount for the event. So, and she's having a drop like right now, and
Get
she has
that
some
putty.
she has some cover minders for Wicked and Curse's Craft Corner, who also has a code for discount. She has some really cool things to offer tonight as well. So you might want to check those two shops out tonight, later tonight, after we get off, or now or whenever. But they have some really cool Wicked stuff. Wicked is like hot right now as well. So some really cool stuff. And then TTT After Dark, she is getting her website set up. So it'll be a lot easier than Etsy to go shop with her. And so we're going to be sort of promoting her a little bit to help her because she doesn't get the marketing she gets with that. So I told her I would be a supporter for her and help, since we have a YouTube channel. And she has some beautiful things. I'm going to do a premiere this weekend on some of the things I've gotten from her, so you can kind of see her talent. And if you saw anything she dropped in Be a Little Artsy group, it's really, really pretty stuff. Really gorgeous. I mean, it went super fast. Very nice trays and tweezers and very detailed, very talented lady. And this helps her family because she's the breadwinner right now.
Oh,
so.
yes. Oh, that's so rich.
Go check out our sponsors for Be a Little Artsy. They're doing some special things this weekend. So check them out.
You know,
it's
that
Mother's
glitter
Day.
in there should be dollar signs instead of little
Stars.
hearts and stars and stuff
that
like
might
that.
be what they have.
I know.
Pretty. That's gorgeous.
But I think that'd be cool to see some dollar signs. Let's
Leopard
go to the
scope.
leopard scope here. Okay, aim down.
That's going to be your new $1 million pen or something like that.
Let's see. Where are we going here? We're going
Cameras.
to where blocked by Discord. There we go. Looking for my settings here. Let's go to the leopard scope.
Should be David.
Can't.
Oh, darn.
Or I would have already.
Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous.
Okay, let's get it aimed right.
Look at that.
Pretty well focused in.
Woo, 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 woo. Mine has
I
a
love, see
little
how
bit
you can
less.
see through that? And you can see the gold flake and glitter behind what I'm rotating. That's what I love. That's what I love right there. You could see through it. See the depth of it. That's pretty nifty. That's cool. I love it. I love that blank. Feel like Randy Newman. I love LA. I love LA. No, we're not going to start singing tonight. So one of the things I did, let me flip this back to the big one here. One of the things I did yesterday as I got these new blades was to just take a blank that I really wasn't using and just turn it and just use the whole thing up. So I just made this pen with sort of a swoop in the middle. It's about a 0.55, I think. Carrie will throw it up on the website. Great colors in it. Now, it looks really cool, but it's not a whole lot of fashion because all I was trying to do was break in the new blade. I love that, Larry. You hit a gold mine with that one. I have some tweezers coming. The top will look just like my kitty. Oh, cool. Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
Pink velvet cookie.
Pink velvet. What's the pink? Lemonade?
Sugar cookie, like.
Here, let me take a bite there. It's just a pink sugar cookie.
Yeah.
No flavor to it, just pink.
Pink, it's a
That's
sugar
cool.
cookie.
Yeah.
I wanted it.
I thought it'd be like pink lemonade or something.
I think a lemon cookie is the same thing, but the icing was just like, I'm like, that's boring.
Okay, here we go. Super mega high speed. And this one also got a new blade on it here. It literally will cut your finger if you touch too hard on it. So it needs a little broken in as well. And this is a great exercise for breaking in. Blower is on. And I want to take this down just to where it gets brown. All right, we're just now getting around there because these are some thick finger grips. So we want to preserve as much of this brownness as we can. So we'll take it nice and slow. Because this is so sharp and so easily to take a bunch off, you can feel it where it's just a hair too thick. Got to get rid of those corners. Carrie and I were talking this afternoon. I said, oh, it's going to be so nice when I retire in a couple of years. And I'll just get up Monday morning and I'll just turn pens for 8 hours that day. And then I'll get up on Tuesday morning and I'll turn pens for 8 hours that day. Same with Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Maybe even taking weekends off. All right, blew all that off. Slow that down a little bit. Let's check it out. So that thing makes it, it is literally almost finished. That knife is so sharp. Still a little flat on there, but we're not worried about that. It's good that we get it just to where we see the flatness remain. That'll allow us to retain as much thickness as we can. Because this is going to be a 0.62 finger hold, and we're starting with a 0.84. So pretty good. These are going to be baseball bats, 0.62. All right, here we go. All right, let's see how that is there. That is 0.72. Got a little bit ways to go. All right. I love it when we're getting a nice thick finger grip and we've got some room to get there because DPP or blanks by DPP makes a thick blank for thick finger holds, and that is very handy to have. All right, all the way down here to 0.7. Oh, come on, Tim, take some more off. Put me some chicken. Yeah, I'm going to be turning like mad this weekend. Not that I don't normally turn like mad, but I'm going to be super focused, doing a little lot of prep work. That's in 0.65 because I want to get a lot done and make up for my kidney stones and the what do you call it, the retreat. I sit up there playing video games most of the time, talking with all the ladies and gentlemen. Met a really good friend and her husband, and their name is Mary and Bud. And Bud's a pretty cool dude, and he's done a lot of cool things in his life, and he loves buying toys like drones and cool cameras. And they're going to be at GLE, so I'm going to take my drone and my cameras to GLE as well, and he might teach me something on how to use them because I need help. I don't have enough time to learn, and he already been playing, so I'm going to use his expertise. Super wonderful couple. He was just there supporting her, and he was not diamond painting at all. He was doing a lot of photography stuff. Photographer kind of guy. All right, that looks good right there. Tim, that's when you need the pen pal. Yeah, you know, but Larry, I'd make such a mess up there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they would hate me at the end of that. I'll tell you what I'd love to do in the next year or two is put together a trailer with a bunch of turning stuff in it. You don't need to take a lot with you because you're not going to turn 1,000 blanks in a weekend. But you could take a couple small totes of blanks and sell them, turn them, whatever. But it'd be fun for people who don't normally get very close to pen making and be able to check it out. So we just go from retreat to retreat with the trailer. Carrie can diamond paint with the girls and guys on the inside, and I could be on the outside turning pens. 0.62 there, 0.64 there, getting very close. I like this blank here. It has some clear in it with some more gold leaf. So this is going to be pretty cool too. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let me check the measurement on this. That is a 0.62 on the money. 0.62 on the money. Love it. Now we need a middle design here. And got some gold leaf down in there with some clear. And I got this blue and or purple and green with a little bit of glitter in there. Not like fine glitter. Then over here we got a whole bunch of purple with some purple glitter. I think I'm going to do interceptor on this one. That should give a lot of visual impact with a little bit of curviness. I went to a local diamond painting meeting a week ago. It was fun. And I took my E-pen with my new E-pen ball plate with me. Everyone was very impressed. That's because you're awesome, Joe. They saw a master diamond painter when they know it. All right, there we go. All right. Never made interceptor with this sharp knife like this. Got a sharp blade for this one too, and I think I'm getting used to that sharp blade on the other one. I'm gonna have to replace this one too. Because it turns so much cleaner. Take that edge off of there, and that one is done. It's going to shine her up and make her look pretty. So you were diamond painting. I wasn't even there. I couldn't be awesome. I'm just having fun. I just, you know what it is I appreciate your kind words, Joe, as always. But in reality, I am here just reacting to what you guys challenged me to do. No, Larry, it's a great idea. I just don't want to make a mess in their diamond painting room because it would get messy. I like the idea. I just want to expand it and get a trailer. Tow a trailer behind us, because by then there'll probably be 25 retreats a year. They're growing now because of, there's more diamond painters. There's more people who want to go. Geographically, people are separated. So it'd be nice if you could attend one within 2 or 3 hours of your house. That would be cool. So yeah, watch out for them. They'll grow. In fact, Carrie and I were talking about having one here in Oklahoma City, pretty centrally located to most of the country. A lot of people within driving distance of it. But we've never thrown a retreat, so we probably have to get lots of help. Rebecca from Crafting and Crime Daily, she volunteered to be on the committee. And I'm thinking you might be the committee. I'm sure there's a lot of moving parts, but you don't really want to forget something, and there's probably some timing. You got to do this before that, and am I going to think of everything before we get there? And you'd never want people to come and have a bad time. So I guess if you just had a bunch of tables and chairs and electricity, people would have a good time just diamond painting. But you got to make it fun. And I tell you, Mindy throws a nice event up there. You can tell her and gosh, I always forget that other lady's name. Cute lady with the glasses. Can't remember. Carrie would remember her name. But they do a great job. They work hard at putting on this event. I hope they make for themselves, for all that effort, a couple $1,000s, because it's not easy and it requires a lot of effort. So you should get paid for that because, not in very possibly they just do it out of the goodness of their heart, but just the gasoline you'd expend driving around and time on the phone. And I couldn't imagine all the coordination that had to happen. And then all the time putting those gift bags together and stuff. I got a spider hanging down here on my head somewhere. I think he wants a free ride. No free ride, Mr. Spider. But man, I couldn't imagine all the work that goes into these things. They look easy, right? From the outside looking in, but I had a boss that used to tell me all the time, it's always easy when you ain't the one that's got to do it. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? Kill that spider. He's gone. He did. Yeah. So yeah, Rebecca, you're the committee. I help, but I need people who can think and done events. And heck, if you thrown a hell of a birthday party, which I never really have, you'd be much better off than me. Carrie's pretty good at event planning. She's a good little organizer. But man, there's so many jobs to do. I think the gift bags alone would be a job. Getting sponsors together, there's a job. Getting door prizes. Heck, I just got the Secret Santa thing for J-Rob's event. And shoot, man, that took some effort, just coordinating that. So yeah, what the heck? And there was probably 30 people at this event, maybe 35 tops. I'm thinking, man, I want to have 100 people. The committee is here. It almost sounds like the mafia's arrived. The committee is here. Watch out for the committee. All right, next level. Oh, I know what I was getting so hot. It's going so fast. Let me slow that down a lot. That was creating a lot of friction. I'm like, man, why is that getting so hot? Yeah, Carrie's been having everybody involved in that Be a Little Artsy's just having a wonderful time. There's probably 400 and something people in that group, and there's probably 150 people participating week by week, depending upon what they've got to be able to do that week, vacations, graduations, so on and so forth. So life happens while you're doing an event. But they're having a good time, and Carrie pulled off a good one. Did most of it herself. I don't know what help she had. I didn't help, I can tell you that. Yeah, 410 in the face. Hey, raccoon eyes. Didn't see you sneak in up there. Hope you're doing well. We're back full stroking now. Retreats are over. Grandkids is over. Kidney stones are over. We'll be getting all the things we did over the last week or so buffed up and out the door here pretty quickly. I know Carrie's been shipping some. We're just trying to get caught up. Rebecca, I think your tray went out if I remember correctly. So you ought to see that pretty soon. And then we get to see it on her when she's building her non-Lego Lego things. I don't even remember what the name of those are. Building blocks. I think that's what they're called, right? Building blocks. Doing the building blocks. Turn it up a little bit now for the buffing. The first buffing, I should say. And Rebecca, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I am now past episode 3 of season 1 of that. What's that one with the girls with the red dresses and the white hoods? Can't remember the name. Oh my goodness. The Morning Glory Girls. I can't remember what the heck the name of that show was. I seriously cannot remember. It's not weird. That Margaret Atwood thing. Handmaid's Tale. There you go. I should have remembered she was the handmaid. Carrie's yelling at me, Handmaid's Tale. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love when Renee does that. I think either her or her mom, I'm not sure who mixes them up, but they got a bit of clear in there. We got to take this one under the leopard scope. Tim has no memory. Write it in the book. I remember it. But I'm past episode 3. Finished up episode 3 last night before I went to bed. Carrie's on almost done with season 5. Okay, there we go. See that clear? Oh, I love that clear. Lets you see right into there. Look at that. That is so neat. It's like one of those bouncy rubber balls you had as a kid that were sort of clear with all the colors swirling around. I used to love those things. I have a great memory. It's just very short. Kevin says, you have a horrible memory, Dad. I said, no, my memory is really good. It's just really short. And you know what, Rebecca? She wrote that book in 83, 84, and they published it in 85. Heck, she could have written it in the 70s. I don't know, but finally got published in 85. I'm thinking 85, man, I was still in the Navy. That's 40 years ago. Okay, here we go. Super speed, blower on, round it up. Very nice. Blessed be the fruit. Blessed be. The things they say are so stupid. He sure did bring us good weather today, and I have received it well. Blessed be. Oh, it's so funny. Blessed be. Praised be. Praised be. Praised be. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny. I know they're subduing this character of June, and she's going to become a real monster later on. She's gonna tear somebody up. I can tell already. And Rebecca, what I want to know is how do they get a 6-part series, 60 episodes essentially, out of a 311-page book? Man, that is some screenwriting right there, I'll tell you. Point 7 coming down. Of course, I guess they stretched the story quite a bit. Probably add some characters to make it flow well. Point 6.3. They have the something helping them produce the series. They have the somebody. I gotta wait till that goes up a little bit. Oh, they have the author. Very good. Yeah, I'm sure. Very popular series. I'll tell you the funniest thing I've observed so far was the particicution. When I saw that word come up in closed caption, because I'm like, what did she say? Or what? Yeah. And I'm like, I got to go rewind this and put the closed caption on. And particicution. It's an execution by participation. Oh my goodness. I said, how do they do this? Point 6.3, almost there. This is going to be a gorgeous blank. I love the swirlies in this one. Oh, what am I doing here? My goodness, everybody. I'm almost done. Just kidding. Not really. Where did my camera go? Oh, my camera disappeared and it defaulted backwards. What happened? Let's go see what we do. Let me pause for a second. My camera has gone off. It's plugged in. I think it's this one here. Doo-doo. Oh, my camera literally disappeared. Huh. Yeah, camera for sure. So it must have just flipped off. It's not there. I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just going to be right back. I can shut this down and come back here. So let me do that real quick. I may have to reboot my computer. So I'll be right back probably within a minute and a half. Okay, I should be back. Yeah, it was blank. I don't know what happened. The camera literally left the list of cameras I could select from. That was very odd. Okay, I should be back now. Somebody give me the thumbs up if you can hear me and you can see the screen. Ah, very good. Thank you, Cindy. All right, here we go. Blower back on. All right, so I got to figure out a middle design here. I got some of these, like, they look like flower glitter here. Beautiful swirl right here. When we shine that up, that's going to be amazing. A lot of clear right in here with some kind of zigzag. Oh, that might be that little screen stuff, like a mesh or something. I can see it in there. Yeah, that's probably what that is. There's some over here too. All right, let's see. What are we going to do? We could do, I want to stay away from these little thingies here. We already gave her an interceptor. We gave her a single pane window. I hate to cut into this here because that's going to be gorgeous right there. There's a big pile of glitter there. It's probably not going to be there much after that. Cool clear on the end here. Swirlies. Man, wow, this is a tough one. Geez, if I just do a mustache, that will preserve a lot of that visual swirly. Let's see where the middle part is here. Yeah, it'll cut out that little chunk right there. It'll preserve this mesh. All of this swirly here will still be there with this mesh. Yep, I think that's the way to go. Yeah, baby, here we go. I'm definitely going to replace this blade. Yep, I've used both ends. Now we'll slowly cut into this. This is my super sharp blade here. Now we'll get a little more curvy right up here off the finger hold. That'll give us a nice smooth lift out of that finger hold area right there. Same thing on this side. All right, that's looking nice and curvy. I'm going to knock down just a little height off of this hump right here. When I say a little height, it's like half a millimeter. But it makes a difference. It's amazing. Here we go. All right, this is going to be a pretty one here. Sometimes these kind of blanks just call for a very simple design. Tim, what carbide tip tools are you using, if I may ask? You may ask, and they are a couple of versions. One is Easy Wood Tools. And I'll show you these blades underneath the, well, I got to turn that one around. That one's getting all beat up. But Easy Wood Tools is probably the finest blades here. These are negative rake, or these are single non-negative rake blades. They got a really nice profile to them there. And I've got that. And then I've got a generic. I'm not sure who actually makes this particular handle here. They're all over the place. But this is what matters, is this piece up here. And I get these replaced either at Woodcraft or at Rockler. Just happen to get these from Rockler. So you just replace this round blade on there like that. And then this particular one here is a negative rake blade. So it has an angle on the top and it has an angle on the bottom. And they call that a negative rake. And that does a little bit different. Same operation, really, but just a little bit different. And then I've got a bunch of these. See if I can get that name uncovered. I got a bunch of junk on it. Robert Sorby. He's a British guy. He's not alive anymore, but these come from Sheffield, England, they say. And of course, this has got junk all over it. But Robert Sorby, I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 of those. And I've got this Wood River one here that's just really a gouger kind of thing. Pretty nice tool. And of course, all this stuff all over, it's the stuff that just flips all over the place while I'm grinding. And then I got this one here, which is the monster. This is the one I use for rounding. This is the Easy Wood Tools again. Comes with a CIO blade, and it is a monster. This is the one I round with. That's got a new blade on it there. And this thing is long. We'll start right here and go by. It's like the Starship Enterprise. It just keeps going. Like it's coming out of dry dock or something. Yep, I don't know much about, PSI, Penn State. That's probably pretty good. What really matters is the, what do you call it? The blade on the top. And they're all pretty much common blade sizes. So you just sort of find them where you can find them, you know. I don't have a preference one to the other. I just happen to have picked those up at the store because the guy in the store said, hey, these are good. And I said, oh, okay. And for 2 years, they've been performing well. And I would say if you added up all of the money that I have in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got 18 knives. And that's probably about $2,000 worth of carving tools. And paid for themselves a long time ago. And I just have to replace the blades now and again. Keep them going. But you know what they say, Larry? Buy once, cry once. So I try, unless I'm going to use a tool one time and never again, I try to buy the best tool that I can afford. And I can afford a pretty decent tool, but I don't think I have bought the absolute best as the industry would tell you what is the best. And I'm not sure I get much gain from that. What is all over? It must be glitter in here or something. Oh, it's that mesh. I'm like, what am I feeling there? That's pretty cool. Okay. It's like it's not getting smooth. It's that mesh sticking up. We'll look at that underneath the microscope eventually, but it really is sticking out there pretty proud. This is the thing, is plastic does not sand well. Let's see if this will help here. That's a little better, but I'm going to shave that off with my negative rake. That should do pretty good. Because that will not feel good on your hand. That little plastic netting sticking up like that. All right, here we go. This will just cut it right off the edge. That's what this tool's for. Super sharp. Much better. Shave those little plastic edges right off. All right. Turn that down a little bit. Get the diaper back in place. Yeah, and I am no expert on turning tools. I don't think anybody is really. There's probably some things you want to stay away from, but you know, if you're just learning, you're just getting into it, you go get something decent and figure it out, and you'll know which ones you'll want to buy the better ones of. I mean, I would be the guy that would go buy the $5,000 lathe, $3,000 worth of tools, and then sit around and look at myself wondering what the heck I was going to make. Luckily, I got into this cheaply, and now we don't have to wonder. Everybody keeps ordering, so we know what we're making, which is the good part. That is the good part. And I believe, Larry, these are platinum carbide, and those are very, very hard. So you can beat on them pretty well. I know I have. And they don't break. They just keep on going. I'm amazed how much abuse they take. All right, so I can tell from a finishing standpoint, I'm not a fan of the mesh that's in there because I can still feel it. I probably won't feel it once it's not spinning, but I can still feel it. I think it's harder than the resin. That'd be my guess. That's why the resin will sand down around it and it will still stick up. But I got most of it cut down pretty well. At least it's not down here where you put your fingers, and that's the good part. Grab two, so thin. And I wonder if I put my cloth on here, if it's that plastic is going to grab at that cloth. We'll see here in a second. Hello, Caden. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. All right, here we go with the stuff here. Let's see how it does. Okay, it's not grabbing. Thought that little plastic sticking up might grab. We missed you, Caden. Didn't know where you were. Hopefully you're out partying well and having a good time. Eating some good food, hanging out with good friends, all that good stuff. Oh, love the swirl in this. So you can barely feel the mesh, but you can feel it when it's spinning. That's funny. I'll show you where you can see it sticking up just a hair. Let me make sure I don't booger that all up. Let's go to the Leopard scope here and check that out. All right. There we go. You can see that mesh in there. And if you look as I go by, you'll see little tiny pieces of that broaching the surface of the pen. Can't feel it very much, but it's there. And there's the swirly. You can see all the way to the other side. I love that. Absolutely love that. There's the mesh. You can see it real well there. There's some more mesh over here. This is the part. Now, watching the shininess there, you'll see the little bit of tiny mesh that's up a molecule or two. It's a good effect. I mean, it looks really cool because you don't normally see that in these pens. Really good swirlies on this one. And that's accentuated by the clear, quite frankly. And that looks cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So let's quickly review Katie's 3 pens here. I put them up on the screen. Let me flip the camera back. Here we go. Let me get rid of the diaper. These are her 3 pens. A little bit dusty because my hands are all dusty. But the money pen with all the gold flake and the green glitter. This one here that's sort of purple, white, green, gold glitter, and gold flake. So that's really cool. And then this one here, which is a little bit of color changing purple, violet, some white, and some gray. Gray isn't something we normally see in a pen, so this makes it look very, very nice. Beautiful stuff. Very nice, Katie. Good selection of blanks. Thank you, DPP, for making those blanks. All baseball bat, 0.66 or a 0.62 for her. All right. All right, everybody. This about ends my day for the day. Yeah, I've been going for a long time. Had a great time today. Caught up all week long. Having a ball. Hey, Mary, how the heck you doing? You just caught right to the rear end here. Mary's our wonderful new friend with her buddy Bud, who's got all the toys and a lot of knowledge. And we'll see her at GLE, so we're all excited about that. Very, very cool. She only lives just a short drive from GLE, so it'll be very nice. Very nice for them. You just drive over and boom, you're there. So that's cool. Northeast Ohio, by the way, everybody, is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous countryside. Anyway, everybody, you have a wonderful evening. We will see you again tomorrow night. Watch for the premieres during the day. Got a lot of pens to turn tomorrow. And that's about it. Check out Crafting with Mary and check out Crafting and Crime Daily. With Rebecca's channel, you get crafting, building block building, knitting, crocheting. Oh, wait, maybe. I know crocheting. I'm not sure about knitting. And crime. You get some recaps of court cases that are going on right now, some criminal trials, that kind of stuff. A lot of fun. Everybody tune in with Crafting with Mary. I got to check out her channel because I haven't seen many of her videos yet. She's just doing her own thing over there, having a good time. But anyway, everybody have a good evening. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Love the weather because summer will be here soon. Have a good night. Good night.